Yeah, the Moulin Rogue. Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Omega Files. Tonight we're going to discuss Rogue. Um, it's a pretty interesting episode, to say the least, but at the same time, I don't know. Are cosplayers consuming people? It's possible. But okay. But let's move on. I want to hear what you guys had to say about it. So we're going to start at the bottom this week. DWC, tell me what you thought about Rogue.
Okay. Oh, I need some better light in here. Finally, after 60 plus years, Doctor Who has finally done an episode set in the Regency era. While admittedly mostly done as an homage to Bridgerton, this episode has been a fun gateway into a period of period when we've never seen in Doctor Who before. Rogue, the character, not the episode title, is definitely an interesting character, albeit a bit of a copy paste of both Captain Jack and River Song combined, but leaves us wanting more. And in spite of the ending, one would hope we will get more of this character. One thing not made clear is, was he a time traveler? Given his favorite artist is Kylie, one would think so. The Chudler were an interesting new take on the shape-shifting alien. One, because they looked different, and two, unlike Zygons, they don't need to keep the originals alive to maintain the copy. But again, it's not clear if the Chudler were time travelers, but one would think so, as the Doctor talked about TV transmissions in space. It also wasn't clear if the whole Chudler race was dangerous or just this family. But given Rogue said, Chudler leave no witnesses, they'll slaughter everyone, this could mean the whole race is dangerous. Overall, how you see this episode really depends on how you feel about the Doctor being in a romantic relationship at all. For the longest time, the Doctor kissing their companion was a big no-no, but since then, the Doctor has married River Song. But whether the Doctor's love, but whether it's the Doctor's love life or Richard E. Grant being made canon, this episode will get people talking for a long time to come. Oh, and if an interracial kiss between two men on a program watched by children that aired on Pride Month made you uncomfortable, good.
I don't know what the big deal was about all that, because didn't like the Doctor and like Captain Jack kiss a couple times,
Yes.
and also it's, I don't think it seemed like it would be such a an old thing. It's I mean, a new thing. It's old hat now for Doctor Who. So I don't know why people were throwing a fit. It's not like they were having this deep, passionate moment where they ripped each other's clothes off and went at it right there on the screen. It was just a kiss, for crying out loud. Okay, William, let's hear what your take is on Rogue.
Hey now, it's like DWC said. Rogue you can say, is a mixture of Captain Jack and River, which is unusual considering in the Jodie's era, Captain Jack did appear in an episode. Yeah, they didn't kiss or nothing like that, but he did appear. But so I'm finding it unusual why he didn't appear. I don't want to hear about this stupid little scandal shenanigan that happened a while back, which I don't want to get into that because to me that's hogwash. But what shocked me was to see the Richie E. Grant face as as a doctor, like, because in a way that was done for the 40th anniversary. Because it was not on TV. It was no Doctor Who was not on TV, and then it was, he was supposed to be, you say, the Ninth Doctor, but they took that off when in 2005. Even before that, when they started filming and all that, they were going to say that Christopher Eccleston was the Ninth Doctor. So I don't know how this one fits in at all. If at all on this, I don't know. Hopefully, we could get back to that and solve that in one way or another. Um, the you can say the aliens doing cosplay was a little bit stupid because there are other errors in time that they could have cosplayed. Like say the Wild West in the United States, or Imperial Japan and then China, of course, of their empire. And they had a lot, they could have jumped around that. It could have been easier if they were just a alien race that took over these people to try to start either a war or prevent something, for they could come in and take over. That could have been the simplest plot right there. Them being cosplayers almost like made the episode like a joke. It was nice to see this actress, I forgot her name, I can't think of her top of my head, that appeared in Torchwood and then of course Game of Thrones and a lot of other things, as one of the aliens like that. I gotta give her props because if you notice behind the scenes, how many hours she was on that makeup to for that alien look. That and she was there for a while, man. You got to give her props for that. And of course, the big thing that a lot of people are going to be mentioning in the right here to the side in the chat, there are a lot who have already seen the next episode, and two of us here already did. We can't get into that till next week. So those of you already saw it, don't bring it up because we gotta wait till next week to do the review. And remember, the other two did not see it yet. But it's not. I guess this is not the first time that Doctor had kissed a male because of course we knew that the knife kissed Captain Jack, and of course Matt Smith even kissed his father-in-law in one episode, and of course his father went like this. It was a funny gag, but he did kiss him. In the Matt Smith one. So it's not the first time. And I remember one time in one of the Peter Capaldi was when he was talking to Bill that he had a crush on the Master in the Gallifrey. So it's not about that at all. Of course, those who seen Doctor Who from way back, found it unusual. But this is an unusual character. He's not a human. He's a Time Lord. I can't even say he's a Gallifreyan because it turns out he's not really Gallifreyan. He started the regeneration process for the whole race, so he's the start of everything. So I can't even call him a Gallifreyan anymore. I hope if Rogue comes back, we could they could spend they could just do an episode together, without the getting into the hanky-panky nonsense because nobody wants to see it because this is just like you said, a lot of kids watch it, and this is a sci-fi program about the Doctor and the adventures he gets into. That's my opening statement there.
All righty, AJ, what did you think about it?
Yeah, this episode wasn't too bad. I do like the character of Rogue, who was sort of a copy and paste of Captain Jack, even down to the colors he was wearing was almost exactly the same colors as the outfit that Captain Jack would normally wear. His spaceship was camouflaged like it was the first time we met him in that episode with Rose. The opposite effect of that ship was it was bigger on the inside than it was on the outside because Captain Jack's ship was smaller on the inside, if you remember correctly. He could barely fit into it. Walking through those doors, I noticed that it looked like a TARDIS inside his ship. There was a central console that looked like a console from the TARDIS. And the fact that the Doctor makes fun of him for liking Colleen Minogue, I thought that was kind of funny and quite good. He's sitting there, kept just turning the music back on and on and on and on. The whole idea of the aliens cosplaying as, I guess, what period was that again? Sorry?
Bridgerton era.
Okay, well, it's got the Bridgerton era. That felt like Family of Blood with David Tennant, where he became human, and also the Slovene, where they would take people's skins and wear them. So it was sort of a mixture somewhere in between the two. I felt for those characters. The episode itself, I thought, was quite good. I just I felt there needed to be more. The whole drama of the Doctor and Rogue having that fake relationship in the middle of the thing to spark the aliens to expose themselves because they were basically trying to make a TV show. They said that they were sending transmissions off into space to broadcast to the universe. The fact that they used that as a setup, it felt overly forced, as if it was a really bad BBC drama from, I don't know, the 90s, the 80s, something like that. But it was done well to a degree. The fact that also Rogue risked his life to save Ruby save Ruby, and then he says, "Come find me whenever you can find me." Felt like a Captain Jack theme when he died to save everyone in the end of that first season. So there was a lot of parallels there between season 1 and a couple other characters in that. But yeah, so far not bad, but not the worst.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting episode. Like I said, I enjoyed it pretty much. Like it was, nice to see the Downton Abbey, Bridgerton, or whatever setting. Just here's a party. We had a bunch of people who showed up to the party, and they've decided, well, I want to be that person, so I'm going to kill you and take your form, and plus, Siri, it's kind of weird because Indira Varma appearing again. I died laughing because Nyako Mori, who played Tasha on Torchwood, she put up a tweet saying, "Wait a minute, I thought Susie was dead." Okay,
Funny.
going back to her character there. Plus, Indira Varma's been in a lot of stuff. She's been like Game of Thrones and I think Rome and a whole list of stuff. So it's always nice to see her when she's in an episode.
Talk about that.
Plus, like I said, yeah, it was kind of weird because the aliens were all like they weren't exactly the same race when you looked at them. I don't know. Was it supposed to be a group, I guess, or something like that? Because you had the owl guy, you had the tiger looking thing.
No, Rusty Davis did actually kind of explain in Doctor Who Unleashed that they are very much the same race. In fact, he was actually very happy about the fact that we now have the same race, but everyone looks different. That's what he was very happy about, because of kind of what you've said. When you see when you see a new race or whatever, or even no one, they always look the same. He was just so happy to have the same race, but they all look different, like people do.
Okay, so they're all from the same like world or something like that. It's just different parts of that world. Okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure what he was going for there.
Well, there were also the original script for it actually said just that they had to look alien, but then Rusty Davis decided, actually, we've done lots of animal themed. We did lots of animal themed aliens when I originally did the show. We had the pigs, we've had cats, we have bears. So now he just decided make them birds.
Yeah, so like I said, it was a good story. Like I said, it was intriguing, it was fun, and then of course you had the bit there where Ruby finds out her friend has also been taken over.
That shocked me a bit. But
I saw that coming.
I didn't. That one did catch me flat-footed. Yeah.
At least and the movie got her good with that book in her face.
So that was a nice little twist.
I found the bent nose, however, a bit. Well, it just looked like a prosthetic nose from that point. when Ruby smacked her on the face, it ended up being a prosthetic nose.
It's funny that she didn't say you look like Gonzo.
There is a bit of me though. I mean, they obviously use the word cosplay a lot, and it did make me go, well, this is more Sean Ferrick from Who Culture, but I think he put it best when he said that did feel a bit hello fellow kids.
Plus, I kind of a chuckle when he was in, when he got to see the inside of Rogue's ship, and it's a complete freaking mess. And the first thing that rang through my head when I saw that is bachelor pad.
Well, to me, it reminded me of the Peter Cushing TARDIS a little because of how just higgledy-piggledy everything was everywhere.
No, but throughout the episode, it is highlighted that Rogue did travel with someone. In fact, there's that whole emotional bit between him and the Doctor. But they did travel, so it was meant for two.
You got,
it was
a little bit surprising that this episode played the Kylie Minogue's music, but still could not pay for a Beatles song.
Plus, I loved his reaction to the TARDIS. I got a kick out of that. Oh my god!
and then of course the Doctor singing from Willy Wonka.
Oh yeah, the including of the song "Pure Imagination." That was a nice touch.
Mm.
And then Ruby was humming Lady Gaga.
Well, no, she wasn't humming it. That was actually just the bit that the band was playing. And there's actually another bit where you hear one of Billie Eilish's songs. I don't know what it's called, but apparently I've not seen Bridgerton, but that's actually a nod to Bridgerton, which would play modern music in that contemporary style.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, it was nice. Like I said, it was a fun episode. I enjoyed it. I can't complain about can't really complain about it anyway. It was just a nice, fun little adventure. So Okay, we're gonna rate it and put it to bed. We're gonna start at top, work our way back down. Let's start with AJ. Out of 10, what do you think about Rogue?
Oh, 7.5 out of 10. It was an okay episode. It felt like a mishmash of older episodes put together in one pot.
Okay, William.
I give it an 8 out of. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, which is unusual because wait till next week.
All right, DWC.
8 for the same reasons. Not really much to complain about. It's not the greatest episode, but there's really not much to complain about. And again, if you were uncomfortable by two men kissing, yeah, screw you.
Yeah, I'm going to give it the same thing. I'm thinking 8. I really enjoyed this one. Like I said, it didn't really have all that much wrong with it, so it definitely earned an 8 in my book. Somebody just brought up an interesting point. Didn't Michael Jackson own the entire Beatles back catalog? Yeah, he did at one point.
He did, but when he passed away, his daughter sold it.
Yep.
Did she?
Matter of fact, trivia tidbit. For you
got
folks, who are not as ancient as some of us are, there was a time when Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney did some numbers together. Yeah, and then suddenly it was during one of these little partnerships or whatever duets they were doing. Michael was looking for advice, and it was Paul who said, if you really want to make money out of the music business, go into the rights game, basically. And sure enough, the Beatles music finally came up again, and Michael Jackson outbid Paul, and they never spoke again to the day he died because Paul was pissed. So, yeah. See, who did it go? It went to his daughter, and does she still have it, or
no? She sold it to a studio. I forgot what, I don't know, it was Sony or something like that, and they ended up selling it to McCartney. He has it back, except for the songs that Lennon wrote, because that's his wife owns the rights to those.
Yeah, because he was always hoping to get the music back, under his and under his name and all that. And I guess it took him long enough, but he finally did. Okay, so Leia, you got some music trivia. Ha! All right. See, you learned something. Kind of scary coming from our group. All right. Well, we've rated it. We put it to bed, and some of us have already seen the episode. Some of us are already looking forward to see it. But next week we will get together and we will talk about The Legend of Ruby Sunday. So until then, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you all later. Have a great one.
And on Sunday, enjoy your Father's Day, y'all.
Yeah. I got to remember that. Okay. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.
Bye, everyone.